So I just came out to my students. I've been wanting to do this for the past 2 years. Sorry, I'm like so emotional. And I just haven't had the courage to do it out of fear of judgment, mostly from their parents. But I had these kids in 4th grade and now I have them in 6th and I'm sending them to middle school, and I love these kids so much and I trust them and they make me feel safe and I know they love me, and it just felt right, and I did it and it was so beautiful. They had so many questions, which I loved. They wanted to learn and they wanted to learn about me, and they were so eager, and a few of them clapped, which was so precious.
Okay, so during 3rd period, we have announcements and they do the Pledge of Allegiance. I always tell my class, stand if you feel like it, don't stand if you feel like it, say the words if you want, don't have to say the words. So my class decided to stand but not say the words. My room does not have a flag. It used to be there, but I took it down during COVID because it made me uncomfortable. And I packed it away and I don't know where, and I haven't found it yet. But my kid today goes, hey, it's kind of weird that we just stand and then, we say it to nothing. I tell this kid, we do have a flag in the class that you can pledge your allegiance to. And he looks around and he goes, oh, that one? The inclusive pride flag. I pledge allegiance to the queers.
Today is the first time our country has recognized Juneteenth as a national holiday, and yet I'm getting ready to go back to school in the fall, and my governor has put into place some ridiculous legislation that many governors across the country have put into place, such as I can't teach anything divisive, I can't teach critical race theory. We really need to stand up and do what's right for our kids right now. So this is a call to action, teachers. We got to stand up and fight for our kids because this is bull.
Racism isn't going to be fixed by me going down to a kid right here and saying, hey buddy, you really need to be nicer to that kid over there, even though they look a little bit different than you. We can dismantle racism by dismantling systems of oppression, not by being nice to people. When you don't want to teach future generations about how these systems were designed to oppress people, you're taking the side of the oppressor, being racist.
You know what, as your teacher, I really know each and every one of you really well, and I know your hearts, but it's really important to understand that you can be not racist as an individual, but still exist within a system that perpetuates racial disparities. And there's no need for any of us to feel bad about it, but we do need to accept that it exists and acknowledge it, and then try to challenge those disparities when we can.
Let's talk about the fact that the education system in this country is just as corrupt as the policing system. Let's talk about how schools marginalize African American students by giving them fewer chances and harsher punishments whenever they make a mistake in school. Also, let's talk about the school to prison pipeline and how the school to prison pipeline overwhelmingly targets African American and Hispanic students.
As a high school history teacher, critical race theory is not something that I explicitly teach. I don't teach that term, I don't ever use that phrase, but it's something that's basically woven throughout my entire US history class. It's the idea that the way to solve racial disparities is not to go tell people individually not to be racist. It's to look at the structures and the systems that are in place, especially the laws, and figure out how to make those more equitable and more fair to all people.